This A-level chemistry question looks difficult, but it is difficult, really just 5 simple steps. Many students lose marks because they lose track of where the moles are. And for that, I would like you to draw diagram as you read the question. Question says a student carried out investigations. I'm going to highlight that investigation to determine the value of X in hydrated magnesium nitrate 3. That's my unknown moles of water it contains using 3 different methods. We're going to be focusing on method 1. The student prepared an aqueous solution by dissolving 1.15 this gram of magnesium nitrate in distilled water, making 250 centimeter cube of volumetric flask. My suggestion is always draw diagram. As you can see, I have drawn my volumetric flask, and I'm going to annotate this as 1.15 gram of my unknown substance, so UN for unknown, and the volumetric flask volume is 250 centimeter cube that I have drawn. Now, I shake the mixture. So my unknown is there. Now, in the next part, it says the student titrated this solution. So if student is titrating this solution against 25 centimeter cube portion of acidified known acid, so that should go into, because it is known substance, so my acid will go here in the conical flask, which is 25 centimeter cube, and they gave you the concentration of it, which is equals to 0.0200 mole per decimeter cube. Concentration is given. Okay, so that means automatically my unknown will come in the burette. And yeah, we are going to do the titration. Now, if you see, I'm going to skip my method 2 and method 3 for the moment, and I'm going to skip to the first part of the questioning. It says here, the student filled the burette with the solution made from Mg. Clearly said that people or students still get confused where to put the magnesium nitrate solution. It is in the burette. It says in here in the question. In each titration, they used 25, it says here, 25 centimeter cube of this KMnO₄ in the conical flask. KMnO₄ is going into the conical flask there. The excess of dilute sulfuric acid was added to the conical flask, and the mixture was heated, and then they just did the titration until the endpoint was reached. The question is asking, the student titration results are shown in the table below. They said complete the table, and you need to find the titer for each of them. Let's complete this table by just simply doing final reading minus initial reading, and you will get for this 23.95 minus this will give you 23.15. Then this will be 23.55. It's a simple subtraction, 23.20. Now choose your concordant reading, meaning the values which are close together. It's in the range of 0.10. So if you see out of these 3, which is in the range of 0.10 centimeter cube. So I can figure out that reading number, so basically 23.15, this one, and 23.20. And then you work out, these are my concordant reading, and you work out the mean titer by dividing by 2. So you get 23.18 centimeter cubed. Okay, now please remember that you must keep the same decimal places, which is 2 decimal places, all the readings. Otherwise, you will lose a mark. Deduce the color change. Now look at the next question. It says, deduce the color change that student would see at the end in this titration. Now, color will change because, so the color will go from, I'm just going to write it down quickly, from purple, color is different. So purple, from purple to colorless. Okay, this is because the MnO₄ 1- ion from permanganate ions, the Mn, which was in +7 oxidation state. So if you remember from transition element, the oxidation state have different colors. Different oxidation states have different color, and when the reaction has been done, it changes into Mn2+, and the color of Mn2+ is colorless, or I think it's like pink or pale pink, something like that. But colorless is the right answer. Now, for the part C, which is the main part of this question and quite difficult as well to understand. In this titration, 2 moles of MnO₄ react with 5 moles. They have given you the ratio of the 2 ions. They said calculate the number of moles of nitrate in 250 centimeter cube. That is the first part you need to answer. So highlight that this is first part you need to answer. And then by the student, and hence the value of X you need to calculate. And give your answer to nearest whole number. Please do not miss this out, because that's the final marking point. So 2 mark you will gain over here, and 2 mark over here, and 1 mark for writing the answer in a whole nearest whole number. So let's work through this now. So the best way to do is to go just step by step. We start the moles of permanganate. Permanganate is 25 centimeter cube. It was given in the question, so the volume has to be converted into decimeter cube. So I will simply divide this by 1000, turning it into 0.025 dm cube. So the first step is solved. Now to work out the moles of permanganate, so what I'm doing is, you saw the picture we drew. In here is the known concentration of permanganate and the known volume we have got. So we will calculate the moles in this part, and we will then use these moles to work out the moles in this sample, and then we will work out the value of X gradually. Okay, so you just keep your eye on calculation of moles. So that's my volume. So the moles I would do is equal to concentration times the volume. The concentration that was given in the question above was this much, known concentration, times the volume, which is this. Okay, now you got the answer as 5 into 10 to the power minus 4 moles of your permanganate ions. Okay, once you've got that, you need to now work out you can just write down clearly first that my MnO₄ 1 minus ions were 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. Use these moles now to work out the moles of NO₂ 1 minus ions. Okay, now if you see, go back to the picture again. Here is so if you see, this is what my aim is, this one, right? And that's been given that's been used from the burette, and the burette reading is here. This is my burette reading, and that's what my nitrite ion will be coming from. Okay, so what I will do is this. I would simply use the ratio given in the question. So how do I know 2 to 5? Because it says clearly here 2 moles of permanganate, 5 moles of nitrite ions, NO₂ 1 minus nitrite ions are being used. So this is the ratio. Okay, so we know the ratio. So what I simply write here is MnO₄ 1 minus 2 and NO₂ with 1 minus, both of them has a ratio of 2 to 5. Okay, now sometimes people, I'm not very good at math, so I feel like people also struggle, or students also struggle, but this is what I do. I write the ratio which is given in the question about these 2 ions, and I will write my moles of permanganate, which is 5 into 10 to the power minus 4, and I find this as, or make this as X, and I just cross multiply to find the value of X. So 2X for me will be equals to 5 times 5 into 10 to the power minus 4, and that will be my value, and I just rearrange the equation by doing 10 to the power minus 4 over 2, and that will give me the moles of 1.25 into 10 to the power 3 moles of nitrite ion in. But these are the moles. If you remember, this mole, I'm going to go back to the top picture. This is the mole in this much amount. So I'm going to change the color so you can clearly see. This is my volume inside the conical flask, right? No, sorry, inside the burette. So my burette reading for nitrite ion has gone into this conical flask. So the reading of burette was this much. See, in the mean titer, right? So these many moles of nitrite ions are present in a volume of 23.18. This is my volume, because remember, that's my mean titer, and I have these many moles in this much volume. Okay, so now the problem is, this mole is only in this much volume, but if you see, I made my whole solution, my actual moles of nitrite ions in this much gram is way more, because I made the solution in 250 centimeter cube of volume. I only used out of 250 centimeter cube in my titration this much volume. So I will have to figure out the number of moles in that volume. So 1.25 into 10 to the power minus 3 are present in 23.18 centimeter cube of volume. Therefore, how many moles are present in my 250 centimeter cube of volume? So what will you do for that? I normally cross multiply. This always helps me to work out the value of X, but you can use your mathematical tricks. So the answer would be that I would get was, it will be equals to 0.0135 moles in 250 centimeter cube. So the total moles of NO₂ in 250 centimeter cube. So I will go back to the picture again. You know this picture. In this 250 centimeter cube, I have got the moles, which I just calculated, are 0.0135. So these red particles are actually these many. Okay, these are my moles. Now what should you do? Right, so next now we need to convert the nitrite ions into moles of magnesium nitrate. So if I give you formula MgNO₂ whole twice, right? Now this is actually the mole of nitrite ion, not the actual molecule. Remember, I want the mole of actual molecule. My aim is to find out the value of xH₂O, remember? So for that to happen, you need to work out the moles of the entire molecule. And this is the most difficult part. Now listen very carefully, okay? Now listen very carefully, okay? So in 1 unit, if I say this is my 1 unit of MgNO₂ whole twice, I have got twice amount of NO₂ nitrite ions, right? So if I want the mole of the entire unit, so 1 unit contain 2 times NO2 1 minus. Okay, so therefore, how many moles of MgNO2 whole twice would be? That would be definitely half the number. Okay, so what I will do simply, I would 0.0135 divided by 2, that will give me the number of moles of one unit, like this whole unit, in the solution. So that will give me the answer as 0.00675 moles. Okay, how you can understand it is I can give you a little another way of doing this. If you have, for example, apples with 2 leaves on it, right? And I say to you, the leaves are total leaves are 12. How many apples or how many moles or how many dozens of apple there are? Okay, I'm again repeating. I said my leaves on the apple are 12. Okay, total leaves are 12. Then how many apples there are? So you will say, Supriya, it is going to be 6 apples, right? Because each apple contains 2 leaves. Same thing I said, the nitrite ions are these many. How many of the whole unit if one unit contains 2 nitrite ions? So you simply divide that by 2, half the number. Okay, just like 12 leaves, turn if you ask for the entire apple, it will be 6, half the number. Similarly, 2 nitrite ions moles you know, but each unit contains 2 of them. So the entire unit, just like apple, would be half the amount. So therefore, my moles are these many. So therefore, 3 dots, moles of MgNO2 whole twice dot xH₂O is equal to 0.00675. Okay, now that's my number of moles. Okay, this will now lead me to work out the MR. How? Like this. So if you know N equals M over MR, number of moles you just calculated. Mass was given in the question at the top, which was equals to 1.15 gram. How do I know? I will show you my picture. See, the actual mass I added was 1.15 gram over here. Okay, so I got the mass from there, and I now simply put that in my equation, and I got 1.15 divided by 0.00675, and that gives me 170.40 mR. Okay, so the molar mass of hydrated with water molecule is this. Now you want to work out the amount of water molecules, so you work out the MR of this. So if I just work out the MR of MgNO2 whole twice would be equals to 116 if you add them together. Simply subtract that. So 170.4 subtract minus 116. That will give me the molar mass of water, okay, which is 54.4. Now one water molecule's mass is 18, so I simply divide that by 18. That will give me 3. Okay, so the value of x is 3. So that's all about it. It's too long, but yeah, I hope this makes sense.